Hey everybody, how's it going? I actually had some Sunday assignments due, so I'm coming in a little late on this, but hey, another week's gone by and let me recap it for you. So, in constitutional law, we did Trump v. US, which, that was a hell of an opinion to get through, and there's just so much I find wrong with it. It feels like a law-shaped object instead of actual law, but it's a Supreme Court decision, so, we obviously got to go through with it. And I'm sure that presidential immunity will in no way backfire ever. As far as employment law goes, we're now getting into tort limits to the at-will rule. We've gone over contract limits. I'm, again, very much enjoying employment class. It is easily my favorite class. Maybe it's because I chose it, but also just Professor Das Acevedo is outstanding. And again, I'm trying to get something worked out with the ladies over at Sherry's to find out more about what's going on in their situation. As far as criminal law goes, we're still in the homicide section. We're doing more murder. It's interesting, going through murder and the elements of it and just what it takes to be murder is fascinating. Again, this class is more like a philosophy class, and it's kind of interesting just kind of how much goes into making a decision on what type of death has been committed. ILA this week, we're working on a brief. In fact, the assignment I just turned in was my statement of facts, statement of the issue, and the procedural posture of the case. I have a conference on Thursday. I wasn't able to get one early this time around, but I think Thursday will still be good enough for me to kind of put down the questions. I actually took some notes of things to ask my professor in my little legal pad here. Yeah, I've got physical paper notes. How about that? And in property, we are talking about leases, something that most of us have experience with. So lease is kind of interesting because it's something we should all already know about a bit, but they're actually much more nuanced than one would think. What else can I talk about? Elements of legal study. I just did a property assignment for that. I showed up Friday and I must have missed the memo that there wouldn't be any physical class because nobody was there. Just absolutely nobody. It was empty. But what I was able to do was go to a conference that was put on by the med school and law school, talking about defending clients with mental illness. Talked a lot about the things that they look for in evaluation, the process of getting a mental health evaluation. Also, what might happen if an evaluation is granted. Because being found not competent to stand trial or not guilty by reasons of insanity doesn't mean your issues are over. In fact, one of the fascinating things they threw out there was that if someone is found not competent to stand trial on a misdemeanor, which a misdemeanor is a crime that the maximum punishment is a year, they found that the average time actually spent committed by somebody who is found not competent is 5 years. So yeah, you may not get the crime, but you will get up to 5 times the amount of time. So it's just another example of how truly bizarre our justice system can be. What else? Oh, I'm down about 20 pounds, so that's nice. I'm still not small enough to fit back into some of my old suits or some of my old coveralls, but I honestly think, because all the foods have opened up to me this week that are within the diet plan that I'm following, and I think it's something that will help me stick around longer. I think it's something that I'm going to follow because I'm seeing results, and that's the thing. One of the most addicting things about this is the fact that I'm seeing results. And this week I will be doing a sports practice for the first time in, oh God, probably 20 years or so. You know what? Maybe 15. We'll count boxing in there. But still, it'll be my first time actually practicing for a sport in a long time. And I'm interested to see how that goes. I'll talk more about that next week when I do that update. But back to my diet, I want to say something because I am very disappointed. And this is a lesson in reading shit. So, one of the things that you can get as like kind of a treat for yourself is a serving of dark chocolate. Sounds great. Cool. Serving of dark chocolate. I don't really like dark chocolate, but I'll tell you what, now that I've been dieting, dark chocolate has become a favorite. Like, I am like really enjoying it. And you know what? I watched a YouTube video a long time ago of pro chefs or pro chocolatiers trying a bunch of different publicly available chocolates. And one thing they said stuck with me, and that's, spend money on good chocolate. So you'll eat less of it, but the chocolate will be of a better quality. Well, I got bamboozled. This is a Cadbury Royal Dark. You can see that. Royal Dark. It says Royal Dark. In fact, it says dark chocolate in bigger letters. But down in there, it says indulgent semi-sweet dark chocolate. Which I didn't look at that little writing because who does? I took a small piece of this and I ate it, and it was delicious. It was far more delicious than it should be. So I looked, and under the ingredients, the first ingredient, instead of unsweetened chocolate, which is normally the first ingredient in dark chocolate, this is semi-sweet. Not only that, I feel bamboozled. I feel hoodwinked because this isn't truly Cadbury. This is a Hershey product that has been licensed. This is Hershey's licensing Cadbury. So I've been lied to. And yeah, I guess I'll give this to my roommate because, again, I'm going to be sticking with this diet kind of plan as long as I can because I'm seeing results. I'm loving it. I am liking dropping this weight, and I look forward to being able to buy clothes that aren't in a size fat ass. But anyway, I thank you guys for checking this out. Again, the Patreon, patreon.com/thebrokelawstudent, or just brokelawstudent.com. You can find me here on YouTube. You can find me on Snapchat. You can find me on Instagram. The Broke Law Student everywhere. And, even hit me up on Reddit as R. Felix Finch. I will be back with more about, the next big thing I'll talk to you about is barristers. Because right now we're having trouble getting our tickets out, and that's going to be a real interesting thing, seeing if we can do it, because we keep breaking the system. The students keep breaking the system. And, yeah, when the system breaks, we can't buy tickets. So we'll see if I'll be going to law prom. Anyway, peace out, party peoples. I will see you next time. Deuces.